So, today I will discuss the original Bruce taxonomy. So, the original Bruce taxonomy was already tackled by Mr. Knott. So, let's proceed to the cognitive domain levels and their subcategories. So, knowledge. So, in the simple verbs, it define, describe, draw, identify, label, locate, memorize, name, recite, recognize, select, state, and write. So, subcategories na knowledge is knowledge of specific. So, knowledge of specific is this section emphasizes the importance of having a firm grasp of particular details of a concept. So, nabilong doon ang terminology, which means understand the specialized vocabularies in a particular field or subject. So, for example, is yung business terminology. So, you have to review the profit, market, share. So, sa next naman is yung specific fact. So, it demonstratively through pieces of information that can be verified and are distinct from opinions or beliefs. So, for example, yung the capital of France is Paris. So, next is yung knowledge of ways and means of dealing with the specifics. So, nabilong din yung conventions. So, convention means establish practices, rules, and norms that guide how we handle specific information. So, for example, is yung scientific conventions. Yung scientific method, peer review, and yung citation formats. So, next is yung trends and sequences. Means recognizing patterns, progression, sequences, and specific information. So, for example, is yung data analysis. So, finding trends in data sets. So, next is yung classifications and category. Means organizing specific information into a system of categories and classifications. So, for example, is yung data categorization. You have to put the data points based on shared characteristics. And then the nabilong din ang criteria, which means establishing standards or guidelines for evaluating and judging specific information. And then the methodology means using systematic procedures and methods to acquire, analyze, and interpret specific information. So, for example, methodology is yung research methods. So, you have to survey, interview, case studies, literature, reviews. And then, next is yung the knowledge of universal and abstraction in the field. So, nabilong dito yung principle of generalization. So, fundamental rules, laws, or guiding ideas that are widely accepted as true within a field. So, these principles offer a framework for understanding and explaining phenomena. Generalizations are broader statements that summarize patterns or trends based on observed data. And then, theories and structures. Theories are often supported by a body of evidence and can be tested and refined over time. So, structure refers to the underlying organization and relationship with a field of knowledge. So, the next cognitive domain is yung comprehension. So, yung subcategories nila is yung nabilang dito yung translation. So, in a simple verbs, yung comprehension is nag-identify ng paraphrase, summarize, restate, retell, and explain. So, sa translation, converting information from one form or presentation to another while preserving its essential meaning. So for example is yung language translation. Converting text from one language to another. And the second one is yung interpretation. Explaining the meaning of information and drawing inferences based on context and prior knowledge. So for example, is yung interpreting the data. So you have to draw the conclusion from statistical data and identifying patterns. And last na subcategories ng comprehension is yung extrapolation. Ibig sabihin is yung you applying the knowledge to the new situations and making predictions or inferences based on existing information. So the third cognitive domain is application. So let's move on. Ito tayo sa analysis ng fourth cognitive domain. So in a simple verb, it means apply or change, prepare, produce, analyze, subdivide, take apart, investigate, compare, contrast, and interpret. So yung subcategories ng analysis is na belonging elements. So ibig sabihin, identifying the individual components or parts that make up a whole. Example is yung literary analysis. Identifying the character, setting plot, theme, style, and literary work. And the next is yung relationship. Examining the connections, interactions, dependencies between elements. And then the last is yung organizational principles. You are identifying the underlying principle or structures that govern the organizations of your elements within a system. So, for example, is yung scientific models. You are identifying the principles that govern the organizations of atoms in a molecule. So, the another cognitive domain is yung synthesis. So, production of unique communication. So, synthesis is a key cognitive skill for creativity, innovation, problem solving, and advancing knowledge in the field. So, the cognitive process of combining different elements to create something new or original. So, nabilong dun yung production of unique communication. So, ibig sabihin, you are creating original and meaningful communication that conveys a specific message or idea. So, for example, yung music. You are composing original music or you are musical pieces. And the next is yung production of a plan or proposed set of operation. You are developing a structured plan or a set of steps to achieve a specific goal or objective. So your example is yung project plan. You are developing a plan for completing complex project or task. So next is yung derivation of a set of abstract relation. So formulating a set of abstract relationship principles or theories that explain or connect different view of information. So for example, yun is yung philosophical system. You are formulating systems of through it address fundamental questions about existing knowledge and morality. And the last cognitive domain is evaluation. So this section explores the process of assessing the value, quality, and significance of information. Evaluation involves making judgments about the strength and weaknesses of information and determining its credibility and relevance. So nabilang yung subcategories niya is in terms of internal evidence. Ibig sabihin, you're evaluating information based on its internal consistency, coherence, and logical structure. This involves examining the evidence presented within the information itself, such as arguments, data, and supporting details. So for example, is yung analyzing a research paper, like the validity of the data analysis and the logical flow of the arguments. And the last subcategories of evaluation is in terms of external evidence. Ibig sabihin you're evaluating information based on its relationship to external sources, such as other research, expert opinions, and real-world data. This involves comparing the information to external benchmarks and assessing its credibility and reliability. So, for example, ito is evaluating a new article, comparing the information to other news sources, checking the reputation of the journalist, and assessing the evidence presented. And that's all for today.